Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Animal Realm, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of wildlife and the stories that shape our understanding of the natural world. Today, we are embarking on a journey to uncover the story of a majestic creature that once roamed the dense forests and rugged terrains of Java, Indonesia, the Javan tiger. This incredible species, known scientifically as Panthera tigris sondaica, was a unique tiger population that called the Indonesian island its home. The Javan tiger was not only a symbol of the island's rich biodiversity but also a vital part of its ecosystem. Tragically, it was declared extinct in 2008, leaving behind a legacy wrapped in both awe and mystery. In this video, we'll explore the history of the Javan tiger, delve into its unique biological traits, and uncover the heartbreaking reasons behind its extinction. We'll also highlight the efforts made to conserve it and discuss the broader implications of its disappearance on global conservation efforts. So, stay tuned as we pay tribute to the lost tiger of Java, learn from its story, and reflect on the critical importance of protecting our planet's incredible wildlife. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep up with all our latest videos. Let's get started. History and distribution of the Javan tiger. In today's exploration of the Javan tiger, let's begin by delving into the history and the geographical distribution of this majestic creature. The Javan tiger, scientifically recognized as Panthera tigris sondaica, was native exclusively to the tropical island of Java in Indonesia. This tiger was part of a group that colonized the Sunda Islands during the last ice age, around 110,000 to 12,000 years ago. Originally, Javan tigers roamed across almost the entire island of Java. This widespread presence began to dwindle as human populations expanded and the demand for agricultural land increased. The lush forests that once provided habitat and hunting grounds for these tigers were gradually converted into agricultural fields and places for human settlement. By the year 1940, the impact of human activity had significantly reduced their natural habitat. The tigers were forced to retreat to more remote montane and forested areas, which were less suitable for agriculture. These regions included the higher mountainous terrain where human presence was less intense, offering the tigers a temporary refuge. This retreat marked a significant contraction of their range, confining them to isolated pockets of forest that were often surrounded by human activity. The remaining populations were fragmented and isolated, leading to a decline in genetic diversity and an increase in vulnerability to external threats such as disease and further habitat loss. During the 1970s, the only known populations of the Javan tiger were found in the Meru Bediri area, the highest mountain in Java's southeast. This region, characterized by its rugged terrain and relatively inaccessible nature, was one of the last bastions for these tigers. Despite these adverse conditions, an area of 500 square kilometers was officially protected as a wildlife reserve in 1972, in a desperate attempt to save what remained of this once thriving species. However, despite all efforts, the last confirmed sightings of the Javan tiger were in 1976, and after extensive surveys in the 1980s and 1990s that failed to find any evidence of their existence, the Javan tiger was officially declared extinct in 2008. The loss of the Javan tiger is a poignant reminder of the impact human activity can have on wildlife. Their story is a call to action for all of us to engage more responsibly with our environment and to support efforts aimed at preserving the natural habitats of other endangered species around the globe. Biological characteristics. As we dive deeper into the story of the Javan tiger, it's important to understand the unique biological traits that distinguish this subspecies from others. The Javan tiger, part of the Panthera tigris sondaica subspecies, was uniquely adapted to the dense tropical forests of Java. Size and appearance. The Javan tiger was smaller compared to other mainland Asian tigers but was larger than the Bali tiger and similar in size to the Sumatran tiger. Males typically had a mean body length of about 248 centimeters or 98 inches, and weighed between 100 and 141 kilograms, or 220 to 311 pounds. Females were slightly smaller, weighing between 75 and 115 kilograms, or 165 to 254 pounds. This smaller size is attributed to Bergmann's rule, which suggests that animal sizes tend to increase with colder climates. Java's warmer, tropical climate contributed to the smaller size of its native tiger. Physical features. One of the most striking features of the Javan tiger was its long and narrow stripes, slightly more numerous than those found on the Sumatran tiger. These tigers also had a notably long and narrow nose, a remarkably narrow occipital plane, and relatively long carnassials, which are the large teeth found towards the back of the mouth, adapted for shearing meat. The diameter of the Javan tiger's tracks was larger than those of the Bengal tiger, suggesting strong and large paws, equipped for navigating and dominating the rugged, forested terrain of Java. There were reports suggesting that these tigers were strong enough to break the legs of large animals like horses or water buffaloes with a single swipe of their paw. These physical and biological characteristics not only made the Javan tiger a formidable predator but also a critical part of the ecosystem in Java, influencing the population dynamics of prey species and the structure of their habitat. Unfortunately, despite these remarkable adaptations, the Javan tiger could not withstand the pressures of human encroachment and habitat loss. Their story is not just a tale of biological wonder but also a stark reminder of the fragility of ecological balance. Cause of extinction. Understanding why the Javan tiger became extinct is crucial not only for historical insight but also for lessons that can be applied to contemporary conservation efforts. The extinction of the Javan tiger is a complex tale of ecological disruption driven by human expansion and environmental mismanagement. Habitat destruction. The primary driver behind the extinction of the Javan tiger was the rapid and extensive destruction of its natural habitat. Java, being one of the most densely populated islands in the world, saw its forested areas decline dramatically as the human population grew. The forests that once covered a large part of the island were cleared for agricultural use, particularly for rice cultivation, to feed a burgeoning population. By the mid-20th century, much of the lowland forests, which were the primary habitat of the Javan tiger, had been transformed into farmland. Human-tiger conflict. As their habitat shrank, tigers came into closer contact with human settlements, leading to increased conflicts. Tigers occasionally preyed on livestock and were sometimes seen as a threat to human life, which further fueled retaliatory killings and organized hunts. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, bounties were offered for killing tigers, which led to a significant reduction in their numbers. Reduction in prey species. The conversion of forest land not only reduced the living space for tigers but also for their prey. The Javan tiger mainly fed on large ungulates like the Javan rusa, banteng, and wild boar. As these animals' populations decreased due to habitat loss and hunting by humans, tigers found it increasingly difficult to find food, leading to starvation and reduced reproductive success. Lack of effective conservation measures. While there were efforts to establish wildlife reserves and protect the remaining populations of Javan tigers, these were too little, too late. Conservation measures were not effectively implemented, and the protected areas were too small and too fragmented to sustain viable tiger populations. In summary, the extinction of the Javan tiger was the result of a combination of habitat destruction, human-wildlife conflict, reduction in prey species, population fragmentation, and inadequate conservation efforts. This tragic loss highlights the need for comprehensive and proactive conservation strategies to protect the remaining wildlife species that are currently under threat. Cultural significance. As we explore the story of the Javan tiger, it's essential to understand not only its ecological impact but also its profound cultural significance in Java and beyond. The Javan tiger was more than just a wild animal. It was a symbol deeply embedded in the local culture and folklore. Symbol of power and majesty. In many cultures across Java, the tiger was seen as a symbol of strength, power, and the ruler of the forest. Its presence was revered, and it was often associated with the spiritual world, acting as a guardian spirit in local mythology. The tiger represented the untamed beauty of nature and was often a character in traditional stories and legends, teaching moral lessons about respect and the balance of nature. Art and literature. The Javan tiger featured prominently in Javanese and Indonesian art and literature. It was depicted in various forms of traditional art, including batiks and carvings. In literature, it was often used to symbolize the challenges and adversities that heroes must overcome, embodying the qualities of bravery and resilience. Spiritual and religious beliefs. In some local beliefs, the tiger was considered a spiritual entity that could protect villages from evil spirits or bring good luck. This deep spiritual connection influenced local practices and rituals, some of which included prayers or offerings to tigers. Cultural identity and heritage. For the Javanese people, the tiger was a part of their identity and heritage. The loss of the Javan tiger is felt not just as an ecological tragedy but as a loss of cultural heritage. It represents a disconnect from the past, where humans lived in closer harmony with nature. Modern cultural references. Even after its extinction, the Javan tiger continues to influence modern culture, reminding us of the need to preserve our natural heritage. It appears in contemporary discussions about conservation and is sometimes used in campaigns and logos, symbolizing the ongoing struggle against wildlife extinction. The extinction of the Javan tiger is thus not only an environmental issue but a cultural crisis. It serves as a stark reminder of what we stand to lose when we do not protect the natural world. As we work to conserve what remains of our planet's biodiversity, we must also strive to preserve the cultural connections that enrich our understanding of these creatures and reinforce our commitment to protecting them. Conclusion. As we reach the end of our journey exploring the life and legacy of the Javan tiger, we are reminded of the profound impact this majestic creature had on its ecosystem and the cultural fabric of Java. The story of the Javan tiger is not just a tale of loss and extinction but a critical lesson in the importance of environmental stewardship and cultural preservation. The extinction of the Javan tiger serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between human development and wildlife conservation. It highlights the urgent need for comprehensive and proactive conservation strategies that not only protect endangered species but also preserve the habitats that sustain them. Today, as we face global environmental challenges, the story of the Javan tiger reinforces the importance of biodiversity for the health of our planet. It compels us to act now to protect the remaining wildlife species that are still part of our world, ensuring that they do not follow the same path as the Javan tiger. Let this video serve as a call to action for each of us to support conservation efforts in our communities and beyond. Whether through supporting local wildlife reserves, participating in conservation programs, or spreading awareness about the importance of biodiversity, every action counts. Thank you for watching and joining us in paying tribute to the Javan tiger. Let's continue to learn from the past and work together for a sustainable and vibrant future for all living beings. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos that explore and celebrate the wonders of the animal kingdom.